welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a fun spring and summer makeup tutorial for you guys. Everything that I use to achieve this look is either drugstore or very affordable products. But I wanted to do something a little different today. I wanted to do like a very bronzy look, but then with a fun pop of color. I feel like pops of color are always on trend for spring and summer, and especially this spring, colored liner is so popular right now, whether it be like a colored wing liner or a colored liner in the waterline. So I wanted to do a fun kind of like aqua seafoam green winged liner for you guys today. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look here, just keep on watching.
Alright guys, so first off I'm going in with the NYX Angel Veil Foundation Primer and just taking that all over my skin. I absolutely adore this primer. I think this is a great dupe for the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer if you've ever tried that, yet that one's super expensive. And now I'm going in with the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation, and I'm in the shade 220, and I'm just buffing this into my skin using my flat top kabuki brush from Beauty Junkies. And I absolutely adore this foundation. This is one of my personal favorites, whether it be from high-end or drugstore. I think it's an amazing foundation if you have combination to oily skin because it keeps you matte, but it's not cakey at all. It almost has like a very natural lightweight finish, but yet keeps you matte. So I just adore this foundation. And then I'm going in with my NYX eyeshadow base, and I'm just taking that to my entire lid. This is the skin colored one. I know they have like a white one and a black one, but just taking that to my lids to help prime for my eyeshadows and to help keep them in place and creaseless throughout the day. And then I'm going in with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. And this was a limited edition palette, but you can purchase all of these shades individually on the Morphe website for like $2.29. These eyeshadows are so inexpensive, you just cannot beat the price. And I'm using this kind of like light tan, soft brown shade and just dusting that into my crease with my Sigma E40 blending brush. And this eyeshadow look is going to be very easy. Basically, you just want to dust it into the crease, and whatever you have left on your brush, I'm even going to like drag down onto the lid a bit. You just want to get a little bit of definition and kind of smokiness to the eyes, but nothing too dramatic at all. And then for the star of this show, I'm going in with the NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in the shade Mermaid. And this is just a beautiful, like iridescent aqua seafoam green eyeshadow. And then I'm taking the Badescu facial spray. This is a setting spray, which is very inexpensive as well. You can purchase it for maybe like $5 to $7 at Ulta. And I'm spraying my angled liner brush as I'm going in with this shadow. That way it makes it a lot more pigmented, and it's gonna work more like an eyeliner on the lids. I've been loving the trend of the colored liner for spring, but I didn't want to purchase one because they're so expensive, and how often am I going to really use it? So I thought using an eyeshadow that I already had would be perfect, and I love the way it came out. I thought it was just so beautiful. And then I'm going in and just curling my lashes. I'm going to pop on some mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational, and just popping some of that on before I go in with my falsies. You don't have to use falsies if you want to just use mascara. Just pop on as much mascara as you like. I'm going to go in with Koko lashes in the style Misha today. These are one of my all-time favorite lashes, and they're very inexpensive as well. They're like $5 to $6 or something like that, and you can purchase those online. So I popped those on, and then I'm going in with my concealer. This is the Garnier Under Eye like anti-dark circle roller or something like that. I like to use that first before my NYX HD Concealer because it kind of thins out the NYX concealer, which can be a little thick, but I really love the combination of the two together. And then I'm wetting my Real Techniques sponge with that Badescu setting spray, and this will really help to kind of minimize the cakiness of the concealer. It kind of thins it out a bit and just really helps the under eye area stay moisturized. And now I'm going in with the e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder, and I am using the e.l.f. Blush Brush to set my under eye concealer. And I must say I was pleasantly surprised with this powder. It was only like $3, and this was actually my first time using it, but it did an amazing job at preventing under eye creasing throughout the day. I was so pleasantly surprised. And now I'm going to go back to the face and I'm going to do some contouring. I'm using this NYX Duo contouring cream, and I believe this is in the shade 02. I will list that down below in the description bar. So first I'm taking the highlighting side, and I am highlighting, you know, down the bridge of the nose, the center of the forehead, around the nose, cupid's bow, and center of the chin. I'm also going to take that underneath my contour line just to brighten that area up, and then just blend that out with my damp beauty sponge. I was really pleasantly surprised with this NYX highlighting and contouring duo as well. It just blends out very nicely, and I am going to do a review on this as well. So if you're interested, stay tuned for that. And then I'm taking the contour side, and of course just hitting those hollows of the cheekbones, around the perimeter of the forehead. I'm going to do a little bit of nose contouring. I did take a little bit underneath the bottom lip and as well as down the jawline. And then I'm going in using a Morphe brush to blend this out. I don't recall which brush this was, but I'll list it down below in the description bar. But it worked really nice. And then just cleaning up that area with my beauty blender because I took it down just a little too low. But I've also blended out the contour portion with the beauty blender before, and it works really well. So whichever works better for you, if you want to use a brush, a sponge, but I just think it blended out really nicely. It gives you a gorgeous bronze look for summer without looking too orange. I thought it was a nice color. And just blending out that nose contour. This is a Beauty Junkie brush. And then I'm going to go in with this highlighter from ColourPop. This is in the shade Wisp. And this is like more of a cream highlighter, and I'm using the edge of my Real Techniques beauty sponge just to pop that onto the high points of my cheekbones, and it just gives you a beautiful radiance to the skin. It looks very natural. You can leave it, you know, here, but I am going to go in later with a little bit of highlighting powder on top of that, just because, you know, I like me some glow. But taking that to the cupid's bow, center of the chin, tip of the nose, bridge of the nose as well, and it's just so beautiful. You can see it just gives you a natural radiance. And then I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte translucent setting powder just to set all of the other areas of my face because I do have oily skin, and I just want to especially set the T-zone to help everything, you know, just kind of lock it in place. If you don't have oily skin, you can skip this step. It's not necessary. Then I'm going to go in with my NYC Sunny Bronzer. This is my all-time favorite bronzer from the drugstore. And I am just setting all of the areas that I cream contoured. This is going to deepen up your bronzer just a little bit as well, but it's going to help lock everything in place for those long spring and summer days. So just taking it all to the, you know, high points of my face, cheekbones, you know, perimeter of my forehead, around the chin and jawline, a little bit under the lip. That'll kind of give you more of like a pouty appearance, and then of course a little bit down the sides of the bridge of the nose. And now I'm going in with the new limited edition Mega Glow highlighter from Wet n Wild in the shade Precious Petals. If you haven't picked one of these up, you need to. They are so nice, and like $3 from Walgreens. They're very inexpensive, and I think they're a great highlighter from the drugstore. So I am just taking that to the same places where I put that cream highlight, and as you can see, it just sets so nicely on top of that cream product and just gives you a gorgeous glow for spring and summer. And I'm also taking a little bit of that highlight to the tear duct area. This is just going to really open up the eyes and give you a nice pop. And for blush today, I'm going in with the Milani Baked Blush in the shade Berry Amor. This is also one of my favorites from the drugstore. I love Luminoso as well, and I would actually like to pick up some more of Milani's baked blushes because I think they're so nice. And then I'm going in with a stippling brush just to blend out those edges and make sure everything is kind of softly blended together. And then setting my spray with that Mario Badescu facial setting spray. This is just going to lock in all of my powders and take away any of that cakey appearance. And as you can see, it just gives you a nice luminous look. And then for brows, I'm going in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. And I love this brow pencil. I think it's so nice. And just filling in my brows, I do have a full drugstore brow tutorial on my channel that I recently posted. So I will link that down below if you want to see the full brow tutorial in detail. And then I'm going in with the NYX Wonder Pencil, and I am just cleaning up the bottom portion of the brows. This was my first time trying this, and I was pleasantly surprised as well. Usually I'll go in with a little bit of concealer, but I felt like this was a lot easier and did the same, the same thing. So just blending that out with a little concealer brush. And then I'm going in with the Maybelline Brow Drama Mascara in the shade Soft Brown just to set my brows in place and lock in all those hairs throughout the day. And now I'm going to go back into the lower lash line and taking that same light brown shade from the Morphe palette and just dusting that onto the lower lash line. I believe I was using a Morphe M433 blending brush here. And then I'm going in with this next shade. It's just a little bit deeper in tone than that first shade, and taking that to the about the outer half of the lower lash line using a pencil brush from Anastasia. And then I'm also going to go in with this kind of like chocolate reddish brown shade and just taking that on a shader brush from Sigma and really focusing that as close to the lash line on the outer half just to deepen things up and give it a little bit more depth to the lower lash line. And then going in and taking that NYX Wonder Pencil to the waterline. This is going to really open up the eyes. And then taking this kind of like champagne shimmer shade from that Morphe palette just to highlight the brow bone. And I always like to go back in with my blending brush just to blend out those edges and make sure all of the shades kind of transition seamlessly from one to the next. And then of course popping on some mascara to those bottom lashes. I'm using that Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. And for the first lip option, I'm first going in with the NYX lip liner in this shade Peekaboo Neutral. And then I am going to top that off with the Wet n Wild limited edition liquid lipstick. This is the metallic liquid lipstick in the shade My Two Lips Are Sealed. And this shade is so stunning. It's a beautiful like peachy gold glossy shade. And I think it's a great dupe for Kylie Cosmetics Metal Matte liquid lipstick in the shade Air. If you guys are interested in this, you better pick that up because they are flying off the shelves as well. And then if you wanted more of a matte lip option, this is the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick in the shade Bedtime Flirt. And this is kind of for me like a My Lips But Better color. And this is my like everyday shade that I wear to work. It's like one of my absolute favorites.
So that's the completion of the tutorial. I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you did enjoy, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you aren't already so you can catch my next videos. If you guys like this kind of video, let me know. If you have any suggestions for upcoming tutorials, if you want me to like incorporate more color, I'm definitely happy to do that. So just let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.